Lovely. There you go. Well, hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Connor's Outdoor Activities. Well, it's been a bit of a while since I've made a fishing video, but here we are guys, we're back. I did a live last week on the pier and we didn't have a bad session, we had a few fish, but today we're out on a beach session. As you can tell, we've got the bivvy behind us. Today I'm down Pakefield Beach in front of the CEFAS building, see what we can get. I haven't got a rod out yet. I've got both rods set up ready to go out. I just got to put a rig on each one and then we'll be ready to cast them out. Right, so this is the rig what's going on the left hand rod. This is the rig for the left hand rod. Right, we've got a swivel here and we're going down to some crimps and some beads, and then a swivel, and then we go down a big long snood. It's got some old lugworm on it, and then we got a big 2/0 hook at the end, and then we got a 5-ounce weight on the bottom. So on there I think I'm going to put a fresh lug on. The baits I've got today is I've got fresh lug, fresh rag, I've got some frozen blacks, I've got some squid, I've got some mackerel, and I've got some prawns. So hopefully we're going to catch a few. I'll take you out the bivvy later and I'll show you around as I normally do. And then later on I'll probably show you the baits I got. I've told you what baits I got, but I'll sort of show you so you can sort of see what baits I've got. And then yeah, I've got some people fishing to my right, and then there's some more people in the next bay along, so hopefully we're going to catch some fish guys. The time is now 7:30 PM in the evening, so we're just going to see how we get on. I think we got high tide in about another hour, something like that, I think, if I remember. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this rig on there with the lugworm on, and then hopefully guys there'll be some fish turn up soon. But it's great to be back making some videos. It's my first fishing video in a while, but hopefully you'll enjoy it and hopefully we'll catch some fish. So let's see what happens. Right guys, that's the left hand rod out with the 1-hook flapper rig on, what I just shown you. I put a fresh lug on there and sort of chucked it sort of medium distance, not too far but not too close in. So now I'm going to show you the rig what's going on the other rod. Wind is getting up a little bit but nothing too much. Right, so here's the swivel. Then we go down the line, and then here we got a couple of beads and a crimp. Down to down to a, I think that's a size 1/0, something like that. And then we go down the line more. Oh, yep, we go down the line a little bit more. Get that out of the way. There you go, and you go down the line a bit more, and we've got another snood coming off. 2 more beads and some crimps. Then we've got another 1/0 hook there. There you go. So that's a 2-hook flapper. And the hooks are sharp. Right, so there it is again. There's the first snood. And we go down the line a bit more. And then there's the second snood, if I can grab it without pricking my finger. There's the second hook, and then we go down further and we got a 5-ounce weight, another 5-ounce weight. Right, so what I'll do guys, I'll get that clipped on the line, we'll get some bait on it and we'll just sit back and hopefully we'll get a bite guys. So let's just hope that we're going to get some bites soon. Well, there we are guys, 2 rods out. They're pulling to the right a little bit, it must be the tide was pulling them. The time is now 5 to 8. Hence in no bites yet, but it's the first cast, so hopefully we'll start getting a few bites, that'd be good. Yeah, the left hand one has got fresh lug on, and the right hand one, I put a bit of black lug on the top hook and a squid head on the bottom hook, and that's out there. It's not in too close, but it's not out too far either, if you know what I mean. That's sort of medium range. So all we can do really is just sit back here and watch them really. Hopefully you're not feeling too much wind. I've got you as far in the bivvy as I can. There's a little bit of a breeze out there, as you can probably hear. The bivvy is moving about a little bit, but there ain't a lot I can do about that. But it makes a change to have the wind behind us instead of in front of us. We had that old northeasterly wind for months and months, but it seems like now it might have changed, so it's pretty good. And also what's a good thing is the water is nice and coloured today. That make a change. Hopefully it should fish a bit better. But all we can do is try really, isn't it guys? That's all we can do. Yeah, we've got a couple of people fishing to the right of us, then we've got some more in the next bay along, so there's a few people fishing. But it's not a bad day. We've got sort of, I don't know, 14, 15 mile an hour southwesterly. As you can see, it's a bit cloudy, but that might not be a bad thing. But the only thing we've got to do now is hopefully catch a fish. And by the look of the reports recently, it's been a bit slow, but I'm just hoping we're going to catch a few. Fingers crossed, guys. That's all we can do is just sit back here and watch the rods. Right, so I'll hopefully be back soon with the fish, guys. Right, guys, the left-hand rod has been out there about 20 minutes, so I think it's now about time we gave it a look. Give it a reel in, so here we go. Well, nothing on there, guys. Nothing at all. Just a bit of weed on the old knot where the clip is. But apart from that, not a lot. Well, nothing. The bait was alright as well, but thought, well, we'll strip it and put a new one on. Right, we'll get another lugworm on. Sorry guys, I'm just baiting it. Right, here we go. Put another lugworm on. Oh. Right guys, it's baited up. I'll cast it out now. Well, there we are, guys. Oh. Yep, nothing on there, guys, not a thing. The bait come back pretty much untouched, really, but I stripped it and put a new one on just to freshen it up a little bit. Yeah, I nearly fell over the legs of my bivvy then, that's no good. Don't want to be doing that. Yeah, the right hand rod has got a squid head and a black lug on, so I'll check that in maybe another 10-15 minutes just to see if there's been anything had a go at it, but I ain't seen no bites, so nothing at the moment. But hopefully we're gonna see a nice bite and we're going to have a nice smooth hound end up on the beach, or a nice 4, 5, 6 pound bass, or a 4, 5 pound ray, or something like that. But all we can do, guys, is keep putting the bait on and keep chucking it out there and hope that something nice, or well, anything really, is going to come and bite the hook, hopefully. Right, so let's see how it goes. Well guys, this is where we are. This is behind us. Literally directly behind us is the CEFAS building. Here's all the beach huts. This is where I come with my trolley. Look, you can see the tracks across the sand. That's the car park up there, what I get dropped off in. And the slope to come down is just that, where them people are. And that leads up that end, and then I walk that way. There's a path along that, and the car park is just that on the top there. So yeah, this is what we've got around us. This is where I am. There you go, got all my baits and that. I'll show you them later, but this is where I am. Nope. And then there's some people fishing there. Down that end is the boats, and right round the corner up there is Kessingland and beyond. Here's the new beach. There's the new beach huts. Down there we got the Claremont Pier. And here's the rods. The sea don't look a bad colour if you look. It don't seem too bad. I'll let that wave come in. See, it looks quite a dirty colour. And this is where we are. We got the jolly sailors just sort of down there, and then the boats further down. This is where we are. There's my trolley. So hopefully guys, we're going to find a few fish. Right guys, it's now 20 to 9. Just gave the left hand rod a look, nothing on there. The bait had been, it's been something at the bait this time, because that was all sort of just, I was only hanging on the hook by a thread, so I stripped that and I wrapped a bit of squid up and put that on this time. See if that does anything. Just chucked at medium distance again. But it seems to be a bit slow so far. Yeah, time is now 20 to 9. But hopefully we are going to get something. Should be dark in another hour or two, so hopefully once it gets dark we're going to start finding some fish. People have been saying once that gets dark that the fish have been starting to show, so hopefully that is going to be the case. But literally all we can do is just keep chucking some baits out there and just hope something is gonna take the bait, but not a lot out there at the moment. Haven't seen one bite so far. Yeah, on the left hand rod this time, yeah, I got a bit of squid on there, yeah. Just see if that does anything, because fresh lug ain't been doing nothing, so try a bit of squid, and if that don't do anything I'll just keep sort of switching the baits round until we hopefully find a bait what works, if there is any fish out there. But hopefully we are going to start catching a few, or at least one. Hopefully there's going to be something turn up. But the water looks quite good. It ain't clear like it has been, so I'm a little bit more hopeful in this session that we're gonna catch some. Well, we caught some last time and the water was really clear, but I'm just hoping we're gonna catch today as well. Hopefully. Don't want that dreaded blank, do we? But if we do, we do. There ain't nothing we can do about it. It's just one of them things, isn't it? Right. So let's see what happened. Well guys, I've just looked at what the tide times are, and it says high tide was at 8:34 and it's now 8:54, so we must be on slack water now, and then that'll start going down, and hopefully that's when we'll start getting a few bites, but still nothing to report back on at the moment. Not seeing no bites or nothing. I'm sitting here watching the rods, but I'm not seeing no indications. Nothing at all. Nope, nothing at all at the moment. We just got to sit back and just keep reeling in and casting out and just hope we're going to get something. That's all we can do, isn't it? But I'm impressed that the sea is a good colour. It's not completely like a dark colour, but it's a lot better than what it was. That was even that clear that you could sort of walk in the waves and you could see your feet, sort of thing. That was really that was really clear. But that's gone a bit cloudy now, so it's quite impressive. But the next thing we want to happen is we want one of them rods to start knocking and there'll be a fish on it, but it's not looking good at the moment. But never mind, I'm out here having fun, that's the main thing. I'm out here enjoying myself. That's what it's all about. Right, let's keep an eye on these rods and just keep our fingers crossed, guys. Right guys, it's now 25 to 10. Still nothing. I ain't been back to the camera because there's just been nothing happening. Not a bite. I've been casting out and that, but nothing has really been happening. But I think now it's about time we gave the right hand rod a look. So let's go and have a look, see if we got anything. Fingers crossed, but I doubt it because I ain't seen no indication of nothing. But we'll go and check. Right guys, nothing on that, not a thing. The squid bait is well, it wasn't too bad. I could have put it back on, but thought no, I'll change it. But the mackerel bait isn't too bad, so I'll put that back out there again. But I'm just gonna put another bit of squid on. Right guys, that's back out there again. Yeah, as I said, the squid bait, it wasn't too bad, but I thought, well, I'll just replenish it, refresh it, whatever the word is. And the mackerel bait, that wasn't too bad, so I just sort of re-threaded it on and put that new bit of squid on, got rid of the old bit, and that's back out there again. But nope, nothing so far. But fingers crossed. Yep, that'll probably be dark soon. I should think another, well, probably another hour. That'll probably be, well, yeah, that'll definitely be dark in another hour. Yeah, that'll certainly be dark in another hour. But right, let's just keep our fingers crossed, guys. Right guys, it's now 10:15. Just reeled in the right hand rod. And yes, we got our first fish of the session. We got a little smooth hand pup, wherever he is. Here he is. He's got a big chunk eaten out of him. Look. Don't know what ate that out, but look at that big chunk what's been eaten out of him. Poor thing. Not very good, but there he is. Mr. Smoothhound. It's only a pup, but it's better than nothing. There you go. Mr. Sharky. There you go. First fish of the session. It's been very slow, but we've now got our first fish of the session. And there you go. Right, let's get him back in. There he is. Little Smoothhound pup. Right, let's get him back in. Right, yeah, that was on the right hand rod, the 2-hook flapper, and he was caught on a squid bait, I think. I didn't see an indication, I just went to reel in and there he was. So let's get him back in and hopefully find some more. Well guys, there we are, that's the right hand rod out there again. I just checked the left hand rod, but that just came in with nothing on, so put another fresh lug on and that's back out there. Yeah, it's dark now. Well, it's getting dark. You can still see that groin post just to the left, but I've got my light on now, so yeah, it's definitely getting dark. Yep, we had our first fish of the session, a little Smoothhound pup, so at least we ain't blank. That's the main thing. That's the blank out of the way. Let's just hope there's a few more out there, but that's what I wanted to do. I'll come here and save the blank, and we've done it, so that's good. Yeah, he was caught on only a little tiny bit of squid, right close in he was. I ain't had nothing on the left hand rod yet, and this sort of medium distance that is, but I'll keep trying different distances and that, and we'll see if we can get anything close in or something like that. We just got to work out where they are, I guess. But yeah, it weren't too bad. A little Smoothhound pup. That'll do. At least we caught something, at least we ain't blank, that's the main thing. Yeah, it's now 10:30. So let's sit back and watch the rods, and hopefully guys, there'll be another fish turn up soon. Well guys, it's completely dark now. The time is now 11:30. We're still sitting here in the bivvy, and we ain't had no fish since that little Smoothhound pup we had. Nope, nothing at all. I had a couple of little bites a little while ago on the left hand rod, but that didn't turn into nothing. There was nothing on that. We're getting quite a bit of weed coming through now. We're getting that sort of fine stuff what really sticks to your line, which is a bit of a pain, but never mind. Can't really do a lot about it. But apart from that, it's all going well. I'm thoroughly enjoying the session. I'm still sticking like fresh baits on the left hand rod, about medium distance, and the right hand rod sort of squid and mackerel sort of close in. And nope, nothing's happening at the moment, but hopefully we're gonna start catching again. The tide is definitely going down. Time is now 11:30, so it's been going down for probably 2 hours, 2 hours and a half, probably something like that. So yeah, it's not going too bad. At least we're caught, that's the main thing. There's still some people sitting down to the right, they're still fishing. I ain't seen a lot coming out, to be honest. I think that's a bit slow all along at the moment. But never mind. It's just nice to be out and be making a video again. Let's just hope that there's going to be some more turn up soon, but there ain't a lot happening at the moment. But all it takes is for a nice shoal of schoolies to come through, or a nice shoal of Smoothhound pups or whatever, and hopefully we'll be in with some fish. But there don't seem to be a lot happening at the moment. So yeah, just one fish at the moment. Right, let's see what happens. Right guys, it's now 25 to 1. Just thought I'd reel in the left hand rod. I swapped the rods round because they keep pulling round to the left, so I just swapped them round, so I got one side and one the other. And yeah, we just got another fish. Yay! And look what we got. We got a different species this time. I can hold him up without... We got a little thornback. Oh, he's trying to get me with his thorns. But there he is, a little thornback ray. He's got all stones on him, but see if I can hold his tail out. There you go guys, a little thorny. Not too bad. A little thornback ray, there you go guys. Not a bad little fish. It's only a sort of little one, but that'll do. That's the size of his wing, so he's not massive, but he's not tiny. It's a little thornback. There you go guys, a little thornback ray. There's his tail. It's all got thorns on it, so I'm holding him carefully. So there you go guys, a little thornback ray. What about that? Didn't really feel it on there. There's a bit of, well I thought I had something on, but I thought that was just another big clump of weed, but nope, we got a thornback ray. So let's get him back in. So there we go. Right, we'll get him back in guys. So that's not bad. Pretty pleased with that. So far we had a little smooth-hound pup and a thornback ray. Really pleased with that. Yeah, he was caught on mackerel or squid, can't remember now. Yeah, on the 2-hook flapper. So let's get that back out there and get the ray back and hopefully find some more fish. Well guys, what about that? Just had a little thornback ray. It was quite nice. That was, I'm well chuffed now, that was good. That took a bit of getting in, that did it? I didn't feel really heavy, but I just thought that was just a bit of weed, but no it weren't. There was a bit of weed on there as well, but that was sort of up, that was just on the line, that weren't really on the trace, that was just on the line. So obviously the weight what I had was from the ray, obviously. But yeah, it was really good. Not a massive ray, but it's still a ray. Pretty good. So that's a smooth-hound pup and a ray so far, so really pleased with that. Well chuffed with that. Yeah, he was caught on a squid bait on the top hook of the 2-hook flapper, and on the bottom hook I've been putting a bit of ragworm on, but there was nothing on the ragworm. He took the bit of squid, he did. But yeah, he's back in the water again. He swam away nicely, which is what I like to see. Yeah, the time is now 1:45. I've got that rod out there again. That's on the left hand side this time, as you can see now. It's on the left hand side, the one with the orange tip. I swapped them round a little while ago, like I said, because the tide is taking them to the left. So I got the right hand one. I'm sort of throwing to the right, and that's sort of keeping straight, and then the left hand one I'm chucking straight out, and that's going left. So that's how I want it. Otherwise we're going to be getting all the lines tangled. That's a pain. That is when that's dark and you have to untangle lines. That's a bit of a pain. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. We got that ray. As I say, it weren't a massive one, but a ray is a ray. So right, let's sit back and hopefully there'll be something else turn up. You just never know, do you guys? Right guys, it's now 1:30. Just reeled in the left hand rod. That's the 2-hook flapper, and we got another fish on. We've got another smooth-hound pup. If I can pick him up. He's being a bit of a wriggler. Come here, Mr. Sharky. There you go, a little smooth-hound pup. Only a little one, but that's a smooth-hound pup. There you go. A little smooth-hound pup. Ready to spin him round. A bad little fish. There you go, guys. Little smooth iron pup. He's alright, isn't he? Right, guys, let's get him back. A little smooth iron pup. Caught on squid on the 2-hook flapper. Right, we'll get him back in. Right, guys, that's another fish. So far we had 2 smooth iron pups and a thornback ray. So let's get some more bait on there, get this little pup back, and hopefully find some more fish. Right, there we are, guys. That's the left hand rod out there again. Wasn't a bad little smooth iron pup. That was alright, he went back in nice and safely, he was fine. He swam away nicely. This time on the left hand rod, instead of squid on the top hook and rag on the bottom hook, I've got squid on the top hook and mackerel on the bottom hook. Yeah, so squid on the top hook, mackerel on the bottom hook. Gotta give the right hand rod a check in a minute, but yeah, the time is now 1:45 nearly, so it's getting fairly late into the night. Another couple of hours that'll be starting to get light, I should think. About 4 o'clock, something like that, it'll start getting light, doesn't it? So yeah, about another, don't know, about another couple of 2 hours and a half, something like that. 2 hours and 45 minutes, whatever, something like that. But yeah, we're just sitting in the bivvy, just chilling out. That wind seemed to have died off quite a bit now, so that's good, really. There's hardly any wind out there now. It was quite breezy when we first got here, but it seemed to have died off a bit, which is good. But you know what the wind on the beach is like. It's always sort of windier than it is at home. Because you're out in the elements down here, aren't you? Well, that seemed like go really calm, and then you sort of get a gust come along, don't you? That's how it is, I guess. Right, guys, let's sit back and keep an eye on them rods, and just hope there's going to be something else take the bait. Right, guys, it's now 2:05. Just reeled in the left hand rod. That's the 2-hook flapper, and we've got yet another fish. Here's another fish. A little tiny smooth iron pup. Another one. Look at him. He's only a baby, isn't he? Look at that. He's tiny, but it's a fish. It's another smooth iron pup. It's definitely a fish. It's nothing else. There you go, look. It's only a little pup, but I'm quite pleased to catch these. You don't really get these in the winter, so it's quite nice to catch something different than whiting. Yeah. Although whiting are fun to catch, but it's just nice to catch some different species. So there you go, guys. There's a little smooth iron pup. He was caught on a squid bait. There was squid on the top hook and mackerel on the bottom hook, and he was caught on squid on the top hook, on a squid head. That's it. Right, let's get him back in, guys, and let's get that rig baited up again and get it back in the water. Well, there we are, guys. That's the left hand rod baited up again and chucked out there again. Same sort of area to where it was last time. Well, I don't know, I can't see where it cast, but it felt like it was by the amount of line what went off. That's got squid on the top hook again and mackerel on the bottom hook. So I think so far we had, is it 3 smooth iron pups and a thornback ray? I think that sounds right. If not, yeah, is it 3 smooth iron pups and the thornback ray? Yeah, that's right, yeah. Yep, that sounds about right. That's strange, because the right hand rod ain't had a bite all night. I keep sort of trying to get a fish on it, but I just don't seem to be getting anything. seem to be getting most of the, well, all the fish I've had tonight have come on fish bait, on squid, pretty much. I had the thornback ray on squid, I think. Can't remember, but might have been. But it was definitely a fish bait of some sort. And I've had all the smooth-hound pups on squid. So fish bait seem to be working tonight. Yeah, I've got a fresh lug on the right hand rod now, and that's not even doing nothing. But there you go, just got to keep trying it, haven't we? And hopefully that's going to pick up the fish, but it just seems like in this session, fish baits are the winner in this session at the moment. Yeah, it's now 2:15, so another couple of hours that'll be getting light. I think I'll probably fish until about 6 o'clock like I normally do, and then we'll call it a day there, because that will mean I've been here about 10 hours. I started about 8, so that's long enough for me. Right, so let's sit back and keep watching those rods. Right guys, it's now 3:05. We've still got the rods out there. It's now slowly starting to get light. As you can see, the sun is now starting to rise over the sea. It's starting to get light very slowly. That's still very dark, but that is starting to get light slowly. No fish since I last spoke to you all. I reeled in the left end rod a little while ago, nothing on that. And then I reeled in the right end rod and there was nothing on there either, so nope, nothing on that 2 casts. Nothing on them on the rods that time. But we ain't done so bad. We had about, I think, 4 smooth-hound pups and a thornback ray, so we can't complain. We ain't done so bad. The wind is starting to get up again. As you can probably hear, the bivvy is starting to flap about in the wind. Yet the old wind has just got up a little bit just then. But that's alright. As long as the bivvy don't fall over, we'll be alright. Yeah, we're just sitting here in the bivvy, just sitting back, relaxing, waiting for our next bite. I think low tide has been and gone. I think we're now on slack water, I should think. Yeah, I should think we're now on slack water. And then that'll start coming in again. The tide will start coming up. Right, so let's sit back and wait for this sun to come up. And hopefully, guys, there'll be another fish turn up soon. Well, guys, it's now 4 o'clock in the morning. Yep, we've got a nice sunrise now starting to come up. It's now coming up, which is nice. It's always nice to see a nice sunrise. It's always nice to be out fishing at this time of the morning. I think that's one of the best times of the day. Just to be sitting here watching the sunrise, it's lovely. But yeah, no more fish since I last spoke to you all. It's gone quiet now. I keep seeing bites on the left hand rod and I keep striking and reeling it in. There's nothing there. I reckon that's crabs, you know. I reckon there's crabs nicking my baits. It is that time of year, and they are normally about in the summer. But yeah, they're a bit of a pain as well. Weed and crabs, 2 things that are a bit of a pain. But never mind, that's just one of them things with sea fishing, you just have to battle through it. Yep, the LC is looking quite nice this morning. It's not too rough, but it's not flat calm either. That's quite nice. Hopefully we're going to get one more fish before the end, because I'm going to be packing up about 5:30, so I'm ready for 6 o'clock. So I've got quite a bit of stuff to pack down today, you see, because I'm on the beach. I've got to pack away my bivvy and that sort of thing. So yeah, we've got another hour and a half, so hopefully we'll get a fish in the last hour and a half of the session. But if not, we had a brilliant session. We had, I think, 4 or 5 smooth aim pups and a thornback ray, so that's really good. Really chuffed with that. Right, so the question is, can we get another fish in the last hour and a half of the session? We will see. Right guys, it's now 4:30. Just reeled in a left hand rod. That's the one with the 2-hook flapper on. That had, was it? Yeah, ragworm on the bottom hook and squid on the top hook. And we've got another species for the session. In it comes. A little flatty. There you go. Little flatfish. Quite nice to catch out. There you go, a little flatty. Not too bad, but at least we achieved the target of getting a fish in the last hour and a half of the session. It's the main thing, isn't it? There you go, a little flatty. He's alright, isn't he? They're quite nice to catch these, huh? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. They're a bit wriggly. That's what he looks like underneath. Nice white fish, isn't he? Obviously not big enough, but he's alright, isn't he? Let's just spin him round and show you for one last time. There you go, a little flatty. There he is. Right, let's get him back, guys. Right, we'll get him back in the water, guys. I'll get some more bait on the 2-hook flapper and get them baits back in the water. Well, guys, that weren't too bad. That little flatty we had was alright, wasn't it? Little flatty, not a sizable one or nothing, but it was alright. It's nice to just catch a flatty. We don't seem to get too many of them around here. Well, we get quite a few in their boat, but apart from that, we don't really get that many. And the ones we do get are only little tiny ones. They aren't what you sort of call a good eating size flatty. A lot of the time they're sort of just like postage stamp size, aren't they? Yeah, a lot of the time they're just like postage stamps. But yeah, you can see the sun coming up behind them clouds there in the background, can't you? Yeah, it's nice. It's always nice this time of the morning to be out fishing. Nothing better really, is it? Yeah, it's now, well, pretty much nearly 4:45, so we've got about another 45 minutes and then we'll be packing up, I'm afraid. And that'll be the end of yet another session. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it. We had, I think, 5 smooth aim pups, or 4, can't remember. A thornback ray and a flatty so far. But it isn't over yet. It's only over once we reel in that last rod. But we had 3 different species, so that's what it's all about. I'm quite pleased, to be honest. We've caught a few different species instead of just getting like whiting all the time. If you know what I mean. Yeah, don't get me wrong, they're really fun to catch when there's nothing else about. They're really fun. But I think after a while they do get a bit boring, don't they? Yeah, so I'm just going to sit back and keep an eye on these rods for the last 45 minutes of the session, and I'll be back hopefully when we got a fish, but I don't know if we'll get another one before the end, but we'll see. So we'll just have to see, guys. Well guys, it's now 5:10. We're just reeling in the right hand rod, and we've got another species. We've got a little bass on. Only a little schoolie, but a bass is a bass. I'm trying to pick him up. Without him getting me. But there you go. A little schoolie. A little schoolie bass. There you go, so that's 4 species now. Some smoothhound pups, a thornback ray, a flatty, and now a little schoolie bass. So there you go. Sorry about the sun glaring on it, but the sun is directly in my face now. But there you go, a little schoolie bass. It's alright, isn't it? Yeah, he was caught on the right hand rod, the first fish of the session on Lugworm on the 1-hook flapper on the right hand side. Yeah, they're a bit wriggly. Let's pick him up again. Just for one last look. Come here, mate. One last look, guys. And there you go. A little schoolie bass. Right, let's get him back in. Right guys, so I'm now going to cast that right hand rod out for the final time of the session, because it's now 5:10. So let's get this bass back in the water and get the right hand rod out there for the final time of the session. Well guys, that weren't a bad little schoolie we just had. That was alright. It weren't nothing of any great size, but that was alright. He went back alright. He went swimming back fine. Right, now it's time to reel in the rods for the final time of the session. I'm afraid it's now 5:30, so we're now gonna reel in the rods for the final time, and I'm now gonna reel in the left hand rods. Let's see if we got anything. Well guys, nothing on there. As you can see, there's nothing on there. just putting a few things away. Yep, a few things are going away what I don't need anymore. Putting the 2-hook flapper rig away because that's what I just took off. Right. Now, time to bring the rod over here. There we are. Right, I'm just getting rid of the put some things away. There we go. Right. There we go. Right, now gonna reel in the right end rod now. The final rod of the session. Hopefully there'll be something on there, let's just see. I've got lugworm on. I reckon that's all weeded up, I reckon. I reckon it's got weed on it. I think we got a fish. We got a fish. Yep, we had a fish on there, guys. The last fish of the session. A little schooly bass. And that's a little tiny one. Oh, dear. Well, what I'll do, I'll spin you around, guys, and I'll show you it that way, otherwise the sun's going to be in the way. Right, so I'll spin you around, show you it. Right, guys, just spun you around to show you this little bass. He's only tiny. Oh, no. He won't let me hold him. He's saying no. Oh, no, come here. Oh, whoa, can't even hold him. Whoa, come here, man. Whoa. Come here. There you go, guys. A little tiny bass. Little tiny bass. There you go. Little tiny schoolie, this one. This is even smaller than the last one we had. But never mind, yeah, sorry about the sun, guys, but that's directly in my face. So there you go, hopefully you can see that, okay? Right, they're spinning round. There you go, guys. Can you see him alright? Yeah, if I put him in the shade a little bit there. There you go. Little schoolie bass. Right, let's get him back in, guys. Right, guys, we'll get him back in, and then I'll spin you around. And I'll dismantle the other rod. And then that'll be the end of the video then. Right, so I'll get this bass back. Well, guys, there we are. That bass is back again. Right, so I'm now going to get all the weed off this line. Covered in weed. Right, guys, that's that there. Right, there we are. Right, guys, that's it then. That is it for this fishing session. So this is what we got around us again, and just give you another spin round. That's that old groin stick. There's the sun, what blinds you. There's them two towers out there. Sorry about the wind. A few boats out there. Them people are still fishing there. They were there when I got here yesterday. When I got here last night, sorry. I still got my bivvy up, but I'll dismantle that in a minute. That's the car park up there on the top there. There's the beach huts, and there's the CEFAS. Right guys, so that's about it for this video. So please give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and please leave a comment underneath. Give me a subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video or a short or a live or a community post or whatever it may be. So take care everyone, tight lines in your own fishing. Goodbye for now, and hopefully we'll be out fishing again soon. So take care all.